My beloved, you have sensed it, the trembling beneath your steps, the silent shift in the atmosphere, the unsettling feeling that the ground you once trusted no longer holds firm. You have clung to what once gave you security, but even that now slips through your grasp. There have been moments where fear crept in, uninvited moments when you questioned whether you missed me, whether you had taken a wrong turn too far back to be found again. I know the quiet doubts that swirl inside you when no one else sees. I witness the invisible battles, the hidden exhaustion, the whispered prayers barely strong enough to leave your lips. And today, I am speaking directly to those deepest places within you. Do not be afraid. Do not fear the shaking. Do not fear the unknown that stretches out before you. Do not fear the unraveling of what you once thought essential. I am in the center of it all, and I am making everything new. You were never intended to build your life on foundations that could not endure. You were never meant to tether your identity to titles, relationships, achievements, or the fragile acceptance of people. That is why I am removing what cannot remain. I am not punishing you. I am protecting you. I am dismantling what you once thought was necessary, so you can stand unshaken in what is truly eternal. You have asked me for more, for greater purpose, deeper clarity, and more of my presence. And this is my answer, not through ease, not through predictability, but through transformation. I am breaking cycles you didn't even know were binding you. I am silencing generational lies that have echoed in your bloodline. I am lifting the heavy garments of shame, fear, and striving and replacing them with robes of freedom and holy fire. You are standing on the edge of something completely new. What I am birthing through you will not resemble anything you have seen before. You cannot measure it by past experiences or the journeys of others. You cannot compare the path I have carved for you with theirs. I am doing something original, something wild and miraculous in your life. And yes, it will cost you. It will cost you the need to control. It will cost you the comfort of familiar but broken places. It will cost you the pride of having to understand every step, but what you will gain will far outweigh the price. You will gain a renewed mind, a transformed heart, a new authority, and a new name in the spirit. You will see with new eyes and walk with a new power. I am not merely rearranging your surroundings. I am rebuilding you from the inside out. This is why the pressure has been so intense. This is why you have been misunderstood, misrepresented, overlooked, even abandoned. I have been stripping away everything that could not cross into the destiny I designed for you. I have been quieting the noise so that you could hear the unmistakable sound of my voice calling you forward. Listen closely. The enemy has tried to deceive you into believing that you are losing everything. But in truth, you are being positioned to receive more than you ever dared to hope. The very places where you have felt the greatest loss are the places where my power is about to erupt with unstoppable force. I am not the God of partial restoration. I am the God who makes all things new. And I am not asking you to understand every detail of the process. I am asking you to trust me, the one who holds it all together. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not disqualified. You are chosen, sealed, appointed, and anointed. I have carved you out with my own hands for a purpose far beyond anything your mind can currently grasp. The enemy has whispered lies trying to convince you that your mistakes have altered your destiny, that your failures have disqualified you from what I have spoken. But hear me today. Nothing can cancel what I have decreed over your life. Not your past, not your pain, not even your doubts. My word over you stands forever. My gifts and calling are irrevocable. Even when you were weak, I was strong. Even when you wandered, I remained faithful.
Even when you were silent, I spoke louder than the noise of fear. I have not changed my mind about you. I have not reduced my promises to fit your current circumstances. I am still the God who finishes what he starts. I am still the God who calls the dead to life and brings beauty from ashes. Lift your head, beloved, shake off the dust of disappointment. Release the shame that tries to cling to your shoulders. You were not created to live bowed under the weight of regret. You were created to rise and shine in the radiance of all that I am making. Right, I am breathing life into the places that seemed beyond hope. I am restoring not only what was lost, but what was stolen, delayed and forgotten. I am redeeming the years the locusts devoured. I am commanding harvest to grow from ground others deemed barren. I am bringing life out of the ruins. This is the hour when graves turn into gardens, mourning transforms into dancing, captivity breaks, and freedom reigns. I am not offering you fragments of the past. I am giving you the fullness of my original design. You must understand, beloved, newness always comes through birth pains. Transformation is never painless. It stretches, it tears, it demands surrender of what is known in exchange for something better. But you are not enduring this for nothing. Every tear, every struggle, every silent wrestling has been preparing you for more than you know. You have been learning to lean on me, not on what you see, but on who I am. You have been trained in the quiet places for battles others will one day witness, and soon they will see not to glorify you, but to reveal my glory through your story. Do not despise the days of small beginnings. Do not despise the seasons of hiddenness. Every unseen yes has built a foundation for the harvest that is about to be revealed. Every secret prayer has sown seeds that will burst forth into fruit that testifies of my faithfulness. This is not about making your name great. It is about my name being glorified through your life. The story. The enemy tried to abort the story. Your fears tried to silence. I am completing it with my own hand. And the ending will be far greater than the beginning. The laughter will drown out the mourning. The joy will outweigh the sorrow. The breakthrough will taste sweeter because of the battles you survived. You have not missed your moment. You are not too late. What I have prepared for you is still reserved with your name on it. No one else can take your place. No one else can carry your assignment. No one else can walk the life I have uniquely designed for you. Your fragile faith has moved mountains. Your unseen battles have shifted realms. I have seen you in the secret place. I have celebrated victories no one else witnessed. And I am so proud of you, my child. I have never been ashamed of your process. I have delighted in your journey through every stumble, every rise, every step forward. Every tear has watered the soil of your destiny. Every battle has built a strength that cannot be shaken. So breathe deep, beloved. Step forward without fear. You are walking into the fulfillment of everything you carried quietly inside your spirit for so long. The shaking was never your destruction, it was your preparation. The fire was not to consume you, it was to refine you. The silence was not abandonment, it was an invitation to hear me more clearly, to trust me more deeply, to walk with me more intimately. You are not standing on the edge of disaster, you are standing on the threshold of destiny. The invisible foundations have been laid, the hidden work is complete, the appointed time is no longer distant. It is now I am making all things new, and you will witness it with your own eyes. I have seen the burdens you carried silently, the questions that weighed heavily on your heart when no one else could hear.
I walked with you through the nights of unanswered prayers, through the seasons where hope seemed a whisper lost in the wind. I was never distant in your pain. I was closer than your own breath, speaking truth into the silence where fear tried to take root. You have not disappointed me. You have not failed me. You are not a burden to my heart. You are my joy, the delight of my affection. I did not choose you because you were flawless, and I will not abandon you because you sometimes feel broken. My love is not fragile, nor is it conditional. It has never been about your perfection, and it will never be shaken by your imperfection. You are mine not by chance, but by divine design. You are mine, not temporarily, but eternally. Even in the moments you questioned your worth, I was affirming it with my unwavering voice. Even when you saw only weakness, I saw seeds of greatness. I planted within you long before you were born. Even when you hesitated to move forward, I was calling you higher because I have always seen the true you, the version of you that you have barely begun to believe in. You are not the sum of your failures. You are not defined by your hardest days. You are not confined by the opinions of others or the mistakes of your past. You are my beloved child, called by name, equipped with everything needed to fulfill the destiny I have written over your life. I am drawing you deeper, not because you must earn it, but because you have always belonged. I am calling you to trust more fully, not to test your strength, but to reveal mine working within you. I am leading you into places where striving will cease, because you will live from a place of secure identity. You were never created to labor for acceptance. You were always meant to live from the reality of being fully loved, fully known, fully chosen. The invitation before you is not a call to perform, it is a call to deeper presence. I am not asking for more effort. I am offering more intimacy. I am not seeking your perfection. I am drawing you into the safety of my embrace, where transformation happens naturally. Trust my voice in this season. Trust the stirring in your spirit, even when your mind craves full understanding. Trust the doors I close as much as the ones I open. Trust that I am the master builder of your life. Your role is not to understand every detail. Your role is to trust me with each step. Your role is not to predict outcomes. Your role is to stay faithful in the process I am building within you, a resilience that is rooted not in human willpower, but in surrendered strength. I am cultivating a power in you that is born not of effort, but of resting deeply in my presence. I am not ashamed of your moments of weakness. I am not intimidated by your honest questions. I do not pull away when you are confused. I draw even closer. I am the father who runs toward his children, not away from them. I am the Redeemer who delights in bringing life from what looked irreparable. I am the author who is still writing your story. And today, my child, I whisper to your heart, come closer. Don't let fear build walls between us. Don't let shame create distance that was never meant to be. I am here. I have always been here, and I am not going anywhere. The journey ahead will not be marked by frantic striving, but by steady trust. It will not be characterized by anxiety, but by peace. It will not be rushed by fear, but led by my Spirit's gentle voice. I am the shepherd who knows how to guide you through valleys and lift you to mountaintops. I am the comforter who stays with you in the night until the dawn breaks. I am the Father who sings over you with joy, even when you cannot yet hear the melody. You are my joy, beloved. You are my treasure, and the plans I have for you are not fragile or uncertain. They are as steadfast as the stars I spoke into existence. Come closer. Trust my heart, even when you cannot see my hand. Trust that I am good, even when the way forward is hidden. Trust that I am with you, for I have promised never to leave you or forsake you. Rest, beloved. Rest in the certainty of my love. Rest in the assurance that I am making all things new, not just around you, but within you, where it matters most. You have questioned why I permitted the pain. You searched for reasons, trying to piece together an explanation that would make sense, hoping that understanding would soothe the ache. But beloved, hear this truth. The pain was never punishment, it was preparation. I have never found pleasure in your suffering, but I have allowed it because it was shaping you in ways that comfort never could. Pain has a way of peeling back the illusions you once leaned on, exposing the fragile foundations that could not bear the weight of your destiny. It reveals where your trust was misplaced in things, in people and outcomes, and calls you to anchor yourself in the only foundation that cannot be shaken. Even my own son, when he walked the earth, was perfected through suffering. Not because he lacked anything, but because suffering forged a depth, a compassion, and authority that no other path could produce. You too are following his footsteps, not just into glory, but into endurance. You are learning how to carry the weight of my presence without crumbling under it. You are being prepared to steward promises that demand a character formed in the fire. There were wounds you received not because I was absent, but because I was holding you even as the breaking came. There were betrayals I allowed not to destroy you, but to teach you discernment, to teach you to hear my voice louder than the clamor of man's approval. There were delays I orchestrated not to frustrate you, but to mature you, to teach you that in my kingdom readiness matters far more than urgency. Every tear you cried watered the seeds of your future. Every battle you fought dug deeper wells within you that my spirit will fill. Every night you spent wrestling with unspoken questions became an altar where my glory will one day rest. You saw pain as something merely to survive, but I see it as the soil where your destiny was planted. Without the breaking of the seed, there can be no harvest. Without the crushing of the olive, there can be no oil. Without the pressing of the grape, there can be no wine. In the places where no one else could see, I was shaping you into a vessel that can carry not just blessing, but glory. I was expanding your capacity for joy, for endurance, for hope, and for faith. You thought you were losing, but you were gaining treasures that no thief, no time, no circumstance can take from you. Do not curse the seasons of pain. Do not despise the valleys you walked through, because it was in those low places that I revealed myself to you in ways mountaintops never could. It was in the breaking that you came to know my voice. It was in the sorrow that you discovered joy that is not dependent on circumstances. It was in the weakness that you encountered strength beyond your own. I have been with you every step, not as a distant spectator, but as a close and faithful father, as a healer who knows every contour of your grief, as a companion who never left your side. Your story is not one of defeat. Your story is one of overcoming. It is not a story of abandonment. It is the story of deeper adoption. You are not marked by your scars. You are marked by my love. The wounds you carry are not evidence of failure. They are the medals of a warrior who refused to quit. They are the proof that you stayed when it would have been easier to run, that you believed when it would have been easier to despair, that you trusted me when everything within you wanted to turn away. And now the very places where you once bled will become the very places where others will find healing. The anointing resting on you is not cheap. It has been purchased through the currency of perseverance, through the cost of unwavering faith. I am redeeming it all. Nothing you endured has been wasted. Nothing you survived will be forgotten. I am weaving every moment, every heartbreak, every delay, every hidden obedience into a tapestry that will proclaim my faithfulness to generations yet unborn. And you, beloved, will stand not merely as a survivor, but as a living testimony.
A witness that I am the God who turns mourning into dancing, sorrow into joy, ashes into beauty. The pain was real, but my promises are even more real, and what I have prepared for you on the other side of this process will cause you to look back and say with all your heart, it was worth it. Every tear, every trial, every unseen battle, it was all worth it. The stirring you have been sensing deep within your spirit is not imagination, it is the quiet announcement of a new era breaking into your reality. Even when the earth seemed silent, heaven was moving. What I have been orchestrating behind the veil is now about to unfold before your very eyes. You will see doors swing open that you never even knew existed. You will witness divine alignments so precise that you will know it could have been no one's hand but mine. Where confusion once clouded your vision, clarity will reign. Where there was delay, acceleration will come. Where barren ground once seemed lifeless, abundance will spring forth. I am not merely rearranging circumstances. I am shifting the very atmosphere around your life to align with my promises. Throughout the long nights, I have been speaking in whispers, embedding hope into your spirit, even when your mind could not fully grasp it. Now I am raising my voice. Now I am amplifying the signs for all who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Watch carefully, beloved, listen closely. What once seemed random will suddenly fit together like a divine puzzle. Conversations will confirm what I whispered in secret. Opportunities will rise in places you never expected. Resources will come from directions you did not anticipate. My hand will be undeniable. The very areas where you saw only closed doors and dead ends will transform into pathways of destiny. I am realigning things supernaturally. Some relationships will fade without warning, not as a punishment, but as a protection. Some opportunities will dry up, not as rejection, but as divine redirection. Do not mourn what I remove. Trust the pruning, for it is making space for the abundance that is rushing toward you. You have been faithful with little. Now I am entrusting you with much. The tables are turning, beloved. The hidden season is giving way to a season of manifestation. The prayers you sowed in tears are about to be reaped in shouts of joy. Signs will follow you. Undeniable signs of my favor, my presence, and my promises being fulfilled. Dreams that once seemed out of reach will stir awake with new life. Ideas you once thought impossible will suddenly find footing. Gifts within you that have long been dormant will ignite with fresh fire. Areas where you once labored in frustration will now yield to divine ease. Doors you once tried to force open in your own strength will swing wide effortlessly in my timing. You will not need to strive or manipulate to make it happen. You will simply need to walk step by step with me, trusting that what I have started I will surely finish. This new season will not be marked by chaos, but by my peace. My peace will become the umpire of your heart. When peace settles over a decision, trust it. When peace lifts, pause and seek me further. I am not just teaching you to recognize open doors. I am teaching you to discern the ones that carry my breath. Not every opportunity will be mine, but the ones I send will be unmistakable. They will carry the fragrance of heaven, the weight of my glory. I am not the God of partial blessings. I am not a father who teases his children with unfulfilled promises. Every word I have spoken over you has been soaked in my faithfulness. I have not forgotten a single prayer. I have not missed a single cry. Even when you could not see movement, I was moving. Now the movements of heaven will collide with your reality in undeniable ways. Do not fear the unfamiliar. Do not resist the new wine I am pouring into your life. I am. Embrace the stretching, for it is making room for a greater outpouring than you ever dreamed possible. Lift your eyes and see. The fields are white for harvest. The time you have longed for has come. The hidden will now be made visible. The invisible foundations are about to reveal their full strength, and you will say with your own lips, "The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes." Now that I have placed the door before you, I am calling you to move forward with unwavering trust. Faith is not simply believing when everything is clear. Faith is choosing to move forward even when uncertainty surrounds you. I am inviting you into a life of faith, not just a single leap, but a daily walk where every step becomes an offering of trust. Every decision, a declaration that you believe my word over your fears. This isn't about striving to impress me. It's about tuning your heart to the rhythm of mine, listening for my whisper above the noise, and responding in obedience, even when you cannot yet see the outcome. You will not build this new season upon yesterday's emotions. You will not sustain this new territory with old mindsets. That is why I am calling you to be intentional with your focus. Guard your heart, for it determines the course of your life. Guard your thoughts, for they are the seeds of your actions. Fix your eyes not on the shifting landscape of circumstances, but on me, the author and finisher of your faith. When anxiety rises, bring it swiftly to me in prayer. When confusion clouds your thinking, seek my wisdom instead of rushing toward solutions rooted in fear. I am not asking you to navigate this season alone. I am offering to walk every step beside you, counseling you with my spirit, steadying you with my hand. Begin each day with me. Before you reach for anything else, reach first for my presence. Let my words be the ones that frame your mornings. Let my spirit be the first voice you tune your ear to before the world begins its clamoring. I am not looking for elaborate rituals. I am looking for real communion. Even a few minutes of surrendered heart can realign your entire day more than hours of striving without me. Consistency will mark this season, not perfection, but faithful returning. Choosing me again and again. Choosing surrender even in small, unseen moments. Do not despise the small beginnings of obedience. The little steps you take in faith will become the unshakable foundation of the greater things to come. Choose to forgive when resentment feels easier. Choose to bless when bitterness tempts you to curse. Choose to believe when disappointment pulls at your hope. Every choice matters. Every time you align with my spirit rather than your flesh, you are growing in strength. You are building the character needed to sustain the weight of the promises I am releasing into your hands. Sensitivity to my spirit will be your guide. There will be moments when everything looks right outwardly. Yet, I will nudge you to wait. Honor those promptings. Trust my timing even above your own understanding. There will be doors that look good but are not from me. Stay close enough to my heart to discern the difference. There will be battles where your greatest weapon won't be shouting louder prayers, but resting in quieter trust. This season will be defined not by striving, but by peace, being your compass, and obedience, being your strategy. Remember, beloved, you were never called to walk by sight, but by faith. Faith does not ignore reality.
It sees through the lens of my promises instead of the limitations of circumstances.
Faith does not pretend obstacles don't exist. It proclaims that my glory will be revealed through them. As you move forward, expect resistance. Do not mistake resistance for a closed door. Often the greatest battles come right before the greatest breakthroughs. Press in, persevere, speak my word, even when everything inside you feels otherwise. Worship while you wait. Praise while you press through. Keep your heart tender, your spirit steady. I am not just teaching you to taste breakthrough. I am teaching you to sustain it. I am building in you not just a momentary victory, but a lifetime of overcoming. And it will happen, one faithful step at a time, one surrendered yes at a time, one whispered declaration of trust at a time. You are not building alone, you are building with me, and what we are building together cannot be shaken. My child, you have been carrying names and identities that I never intended for you to bear. You've worn the heavy cloaks of shame, insecurity, rejection, and fear, believing at times that they somehow belonged to you. But today, I am stripping off every false label, every distorted identity, every chain that life, people, and the enemy tried to fasten onto your soul. You are not what happened to you. You are not your failures. You are not your regrets. You are not defined by the wounds you carry. You are mine. Your true identity is rooted not in your experiences, but in my eternal word spoken over your life. I call you chosen. I call you beloved. I call you redeemed. I call you victorious. You have been sealed by my Spirit, marked with promises that no one can revoke. You were formed with precision, crafted with love, and breathed into life by the same hands that hung the stars. Every lie that told you otherwise, that you are less than that, you are forgotten, that you are inadequate, is being broken now under the weight of my truth. I have never looked at you through the lens of your shortcomings. I have always seen you through the lens of Christ's finished work. When I look at you, I see righteousness, I see strength, I see beauty. I see a destiny fulfilled in my timing. You have let your worth be determined by the ever-changing opinions of others, by the rise and fall of your circumstances. But your value was established before the world began, and it was sealed forever at the cross. Nothing you do can diminish it. Nothing you face can erase it. Nothing you feel can alter it. You are treasured beyond what you can comprehend, loved beyond measure, guarded more closely than you realize. I have set my seal upon you, and I will not allow the voices of the past to dictate your future. Today, I am silencing the accusations that tried to define you. Today, I am severing the chains of comparison, of self-condemnation, and of fear. Today, I am restoring the melody of confidence within you, the unshakable assurance that you are who I say you are. There is a strength within you that has yet to fully emerge, but it will soon. There is a fire I ignited inside you that will not be extinguished by trials or intimidation. You will walk not in fear, but in authority. You will speak not out of striving, but from a foundation of identity. You will move not out of reaction to fear, but in response to my Spirit's leading. You are not a survivor clinging to the ruins. You are a son, a daughter, a carrier of my glory, an heir to promises that are secured in me. The insecurity that once paralyzed you is being dismantled by the revelation of my presence within you. Lift your head, straighten your shoulders. You are not a prisoner of the past. You are a pioneer of the future I have written for you. You are not defined by the wilderness you walked through, but by the promised land you are entering.
You are not the sum of your battles. You are the living testimony of my victory. I am restoring your sight to see yourself the way I have always seen you. Whole, radiant, courageous, destined. I am clothing you with a new robe, the robe of my favor. I am placing a ring on your finger, the seal of my authority. I am commissioning you to walk boldly into the inheritance. I have prepared, unhindered by the chains of yesterday. Receive this restoration. Let it sink into the deepest places of your being. Let it overwrite every internal story that has kept you captive. Let my truth thunder louder than every lie ever whispered over your life. You are not who the world said you were. You are not who your failures tried to convince you to be. You are who I say you are, and I call you free. I call you whole. I call you mighty. I call you mine. Beloved, as you step into this new season, know this. Your ability to walk in the fullness of what I have prepared for you will not depend on your own strength, but on your connection to my heart. I am inviting you into a deeper place of intimacy with me. I am calling you to build daily rhythms of communion, not driven by duty, but flowing from desire. Make space for me in the sacred moments of your everyday life. Let prayer become the atmosphere you breathe, not confined to lists and requests, but expanding into constant conversation with the one who knows you better than you know yourself. Talk to me in the early hours when the world is still. Listen for my whispers throughout the ordinary moments of your day. Remain open for I delight in being involved even in the smallest details of your life. Anchor yourself in my word. Let Scripture be your nourishment, your guiding light, your unshakable sword against the lies of the enemy. Do not approach my word as a checklist to complete, but as a living well from which you draw strength, wisdom, and life. When you come to my word, come expecting encounter. Come to be changed. Come to hear my heart. Through it, I will reveal strategies for your battles, answers for your questions, and the reassurance your soul longs for. Let my voice through the scriptures be louder than the voice of culture, louder than fear, louder than doubt. Guard your attitude, for it reveals the posture of your heart. Walk in humility, recognizing that every good thing comes from my hand alone. Walk in gratitude, giving thanks not only for what has already come to pass, but also for what is yet unseen. Gratitude will keep your heart soft and your vision clear. Bitterness will blur your sight, but thanksgiving will sharpen it. Even when the days feel heavy, lift up a sacrifice of praise, because praise tears down chains you cannot even see and shifts atmospheres you do not yet perceive. Carry an attitude of expectancy, not entitlement. Expect me to move, not because you deserve it, but because you know my nature. Expect to see my goodness, even when circumstances try to contradict it. Expect my promises to manifest, because my word never returns void. Stay teachable, remain flexible in my hands. There will be moments when I stretch you beyond comfort zones, when I ask you to trust me in ways you have not yet experienced. Do not resist the stretching. It is expanding your capacity for greater glory. Stay yielded to me. When understanding seems elusive, lean into my wisdom, not your own. When you feel weak, lean into my strength, not your striving. Cultivate stillness in my presence. In a world obsessed with noise and speed, dare to slow down and make space for me. You will hear my direction more clearly in the quiet than in the chaos. You will feel my leading, most surely not in the rush, but in the peace of surrender. Take time to sit with me without an agenda, to linger, without striving to worship, without demanding a result. It's in these moments of stillness that I will unlock hidden strategies, reveal mysteries carried in your spirit, and breathe life into dry, forgotten places. Surround yourself with a community that sharpens your faith, not dulls it. Choose voices that point you back to me, relationships that water your purpose instead of draining it. You were never meant to walk this journey alone. The battles ahead will require the encouragement of others who carry my spirit and my truth. Do not isolate yourself in fear or pride. Open your life to those I send and guard your inner circle with wisdom.
Above all, remember this: your authority will not come from your gifts, talents, or charisma. It will flow from your nearness to me. It will be birthed from your intimacy with my heart. As you seek me first, everything else will find its rightful place. As you prioritize my presence above all else, you will walk through doors you didn't have to force open. You will carry peace into chaos. You will move with confidence that comes not from yourself, but from knowing you are led by your shepherd. This is the foundation I am establishing within you. A life rooted in intimacy, sustained by surrender, and marked by unshakable faith. Build upon it daily, beloved, and when storms come, you will not be moved, because your roots will run deep into the everlasting arms of the one who called you, who keeps you, and who will finish every good work he began. My child, hear my voice clearly today. The shift you have long been praying for is no longer a distant hope. It is already unfolding. The prayers you thought went unnoticed have been gathered in the bowls of heaven, and now they are tipping over in release. The season of waiting is breaking under the weight of fulfillment. The winds of change have already shifted direction. What you are sensing in your spirit, the stirring, the holy unrest, the rising expectancy, is evidence that manifestation is drawing near. You are standing not at the brink of another cycle of disappointment, but at the threshold of divine appointment. I am doing what only I can do. I am opening ways where there were none. I am unlocking doors no human hand could force open, and sealing those that were never meant to lead you forward. This is the moment where whispered prayers become tangible encounters. Watch closely. Even in the coming days, confirmations will multiply. You will overhear conversations that echo what I have spoken in secret. You will catch glimpses of my promises taking form before your eyes. Alignments will occur that no amount of human effort could arrange. Pay attention to the peace that settles in places where turmoil once reigned. Let my spirit guide your steps with precision. This is not the time to draw back in fear. This is not the moment to second-guess what I have placed within you. Move forward with bold, holy confidence, knowing that you are stepping into promises sealed by my own hand. There will be sudden shifts. Battles that felt never-ending will suddenly break open. Opportunities that were sealed tight will suddenly swing wide. Relationships that drained your spirit will quietly fall away. New doors of influence, provision, and purpose will open with such ease that you will know it could only be my doing. Prepare your heart, beloved, not for survival, but for overflow. Prepare not for more striving, but for the fulfillment of promises realized. Do not be surprised when things begin to move quickly. You have grown accustomed to delay because of past wounds. But I tell you, this time is different. This time is set by my timing, not human limitation. What took others years to achieve will unfold for you in moments, not because you are better, but because you are positioned in surrender. You allowed me to do the hidden work. You stayed faithful when it cost you everything. You trusted me in the dark. And now I am honoring that posture with open heavens. There will be moments where the magnitude of my blessing feels overwhelming, not from striving, but from the sheer weight of my faithfulness. Stay grounded.
Stay surrendered. Stay available. I am not releasing increase for your comfort, but for my kingdom. Steward it. Well, hold what I give you with open hands, ready to release and multiply according to my leading. You will be a carrier of my presence into places long, dry, and desolate. You will be a vessel through which healing, hope, and restoration flow freely. This is the season where you will declare with your own mouth, "The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes." You will see promises once thought impossible manifest clearly before you. You will walk in answered prayers so complete that the pain of waiting will fade into memory, and it will not be by your might or your strength, but by my Spirit alone. I am hastening the fulfillment because the appointed time to favor you has come. Hold nothing back. Dream with me without limits. Move boldly. Trust without fear. The change is not coming. The change is already here. Open your eyes. Open your heart. Receive the newness I have prepared. Even your greatest dreams are only a glimpse of the glory I am about to reveal. My child, even now, my Spirit is drawing near to you, not with judgment, not with harshness, but with a tenderness that reaches deeper than any wound you have ever carried. I am not standing far off waiting for you to work your way into my presence. I am stepping right into the places you thought you had to hide, into the rooms of your heart you locked away long ago. There is no fear in my love. There is no shame in my embrace. Bring me your broken pieces. Bring me the unfinished stories, the secret fears, the silent regrets. I am not afraid of your humanity. I am not discouraged by your weakness. I come to you as the healer, as the comforter, as the breath of life, who revives what you thought was lost. Let my Spirit touch the places no human hand has ever reached. Let me breathe life into dreams you buried under disappointment. Let me awaken hope where only numbness remained. You do not have to strive to be worthy of this encounter. You simply need to be willing. Open the doors you have kept closed out of fear. Open the wounds you tried to heal on your own. I do not come to shame your scars. I come to sanctify them. I do not come to erase your story. I come to redeem it to such a degree that even the places that once brought you the greatest pain will become the places where my glory shines brightest. Receive my Spirit. Now, not as a concept, but as a living reality. Feel the despair lifting from your shoulders. Feel the chains of fear breaking under the sound of my voice. Feel the rivers of living water beginning to rise within you, washing away the debris of old battles, cleansing the residue of former seasons. I am not offering you temporary relief. I am offering you complete renewal. I am not merely patching the broken places. I am making you whole from the inside out. You will not leave this encounter the same. You will not carry the same heaviness into this next season. I am exchanging your ashes for beauty. I am trading your mourning for dancing. I am lifting the spirit of heaviness and clothing you with a garment of praise. Let my Spirit minister to the depths where words have never reached. Where anxiety once ruled your mind, my peace will now reign. Where bitterness once had roots, my love will now flourish. Where fear once built walls, my joy will now break through like rivers in a dry land. I am not just healing old wounds. I am restoring stolen years. I am redeeming moments you thought were forever lost. Nothing is beyond my reach. Nothing is too shattered for my hands to restore. As you yield, you will feel my presence thick around you, not overwhelming to crush you, but surrounding you to strengthen and heal you. My Spirit will realign your thoughts, reshape your desires, and sharpen your vision.
You will begin to think differently because you will see differently. You will desire differently because your heart will beat in rhythm with mine. This is not self-help, this is resurrection. This is not behavior modification. This is transformation from the inside out. Life will flow through you, changing you from glory to glory. Beloved, you were never designed to live empty. You were created to overflow. I am filling you now with fresh oil, fresh fire, fresh vision, and fresh strength. You are not being restored to who you were before the pain. You are being raised up into someone greater than you have ever been. You are being equipped not just to survive, but to flourish. Not just to heal, but to heal others. Not just to walk free, but to lead others into freedom. Take this moment. Breathe me in deeply. Let my spirit rest fully upon you. Let my love saturate you, not just on the surface, but into the very marrow of your being. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are embraced by a love that will not fail, by a grace that will never run dry, by a spirit who will never leave you the same. The transformation has begun, and it will not be undone. What I have started, I will surely finish. My child, hear me, the old has truly passed away. Look and see, I am making all things new. You are not stepping into a recycled season or a repeat of what once was. You are walking into something unprecedented, something birthed directly from my heart for this very moment. You are not moving forward in weakness, but clothed in my power. You are not stepping forward in fear, but in faith. You are not entering this season through striving, but as a true son, a true daughter. Every seed you planted in secret seasons is now preparing to burst forth in visible fruit. Every silent prayer you whispered into the unseen is now echoing with fulfillment. Every unseen sacrifice you made is about to shine under the spotlight of my favor. You did not labor in vain. You did not endure for nothing. I have seen it all. I have marked every tear, every yes, every unseen battle. And now I am rewarding your faithfulness with a harvest beyond anything you dared to imagine. Go forth now, clothed in new authority. Go forth now, carrying the fragrance of my spirit. Go forth now, not stepping into uncertainty, but into a future sealed by my very hand. Move boldly, for I am the God who goes before you and stands behind you. Speak with courage, for my words are already in your mouth. Love freely, for you carry within you the very heartbeat of heaven. You are living proof that I am faithful. You are a walking testimony that my promises never fail. Rise, beloved. Step forward without hesitation. The waiting is over, the new has come, and it bears my signature. You are ready, because I have made you ready. You are equipped, because I have equipped you. You are chosen, appointed, anointed for such a time as this. Nothing formed against you will prevail. No weapon that rises against you will succeed. Every tongue that rises in judgment will fall silent. This is your heritage as my servant. Move forward with boldness. Move forward with expectation. Move forward with joy. I am with you. I am for you. I am moving through you, and soon, very soon, you will lift your hands in awe and declare, "The Lord has done this, and it is marvelous in our eyes." My child, if this word has stirred something deep inside your spirit, do not let it stay buried. Let it come to life. Share what you have received, for many around you are still standing in the shadows, waiting for even a single spark of hope. Release what I have poured into you and watch it multiply beyond what you imagined. Stay close to my voice.
Stay anchored in my presence. Move forward without hesitation. I am with you, and through you I will awaken many. The journey ahead is not one you will walk alone. I will go before you to prepare the way. I will walk beside you to steady your steps. I will surround you with favor as a shield. I will strengthen your hands for the work I have called you to. And as you pour out, I will pour in more grace, more power, more revelation. You will never run dry when you remain connected to the source. Do not doubt the significance of your yes. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your obedience. I am writing stories through your life that you may not even fully comprehend yet. Stories that will point others back to my faithfulness. Every step you take in faith, every word you speak in truth, every act of love you extend in my name. It matters. It all matters. You are a catalyst. You are a carrier of light into dark places. You are a voice of hope to weary hearts. You are the answer to prayers you don't even know have been prayed. Go now, beloved. Go with joy. Go with courage. Go with the assurance that you are not walking into a future of uncertainty, but into a future saturated with my promises, fueled by my spirit and sealed by my love. The days ahead will be filled with wonder, filled with breakthrough, filled with the unmistakable fingerprints of heaven. And through it all, remember this: you are mine, I am yours, and together we will do more than you could ever ask, think, or imagine.